Hey guys. So today we're going to be talking about a trademark issue for celebrity. We're going to do this as a two-part series. So let's get into it. I bet y'all have been wondering what's been happening in trademark law lately. Well, there's some new applications out there that might actually be important for you to make sure you know. So let's talk about two that are out there right now that you might have heard of or you saw in the news. One is a very major person in the entertainment industry right now. They've even changed their name. And another is somebody who has, you know, left this earth, but not our hearts. So hopefully you can figure out which one is which once I tell you about the two artists. But just remember that trademarks are a way for you to protect your brand. But as I learned today on a wonderful call and night with Cardozo Law, it is only how you monetize what you own that gives it true value. So let's talk about some monetization options for the two trademarks on the books. The first one is Kanye. Now, I don't know if y'all have heard about Kanye, but Kanye, he has been changing some things with his life, mainly his name. He is no longer Kanye. He's actually now known as Ye. Okay, not Kanye, but Ye. His whole name is Ye. He got rid of the last name. It's just a one stage name. So go ahead and put that shocker about Ye. Ye is actually putting out the Ye mask, the COVID mask. It's time to get your Ye COVID mask. Maybe, 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 maybe. I don't know, guys. But if you would like your Yay mask, there has been a recent trademark filing for it now. Now, he did also file for Halloween masks. So there may be some other Yay masks coming out that maybe we don't know about, okay? But he did recently file for a sanitary mask for protection against viral infection. They also talked about fashion masks and sanitary masks being moved together. So y'all know in the Kanye fashion, everything's going to be done in a way in which we have COVID-19 masks now by Ye. Now, he is trending right now. A lot of people still love Kanye. I'm sorry. It hasn't been the same after a while, so I haven't been as big of a fan, but I still do like some Kanye songs, so I'm not going to completely discount him for the awesomeness that he brings to the table. But let's ask this question because no one's really asking it, right? A COVID-19 mask? Why? What's the purpose behind the COVID-19 mask? If it's a Halloween mask, which is what TMZ is hinting at, right? Halloween only comes around once a year. Are we buying it in bulk? Am I buying COVID-19 masks in bulk by Yay if I'm a supporting fan or artist? Who knows? I don't know. Are we going to be stuck in COVID-19 pandemic forever? I sure hope not, y'all, because if we are in for a huge awakening. But for the next couple of years, maybe. But think about trademarks like this, y'all, and this will really help you determine whether or not a trademark is useful. In 10 years, do you expect to still be doing this? Because once you pour a trademark onto something, it's cemented in stone. Will COVID-19 masks by Kanye always be relevant? Maybe they'll become novelty items, but at some point, people will go back to not wearing masks, okay? The pandemic that happened back in 1912, okay, with the flu, okay, that did not last forever. And I don't know that the COVID-19 mask craze will also last forever. So thinking about your brand is something that's going to go outside of the vein. Maybe mask isn't that much important. However, maybe someone else thought of it before Kanye. Maybe they're making a lot of money. And maybe Kanye just knew that someone was going to do it before him. So to stop that from happening, he went ahead and filed the trademark. If you know better, then you do better. So maybe there's something that we don't know about COVID-19 mask and mass production that's happening right now that would be great for a Kanye mask to slip right on in. If you would like to get your own Kanye Yay mask, put in the comments, right? Yay for you want your mask or nay. I'm not getting no mask. I don't know what this is. I'm finna get my regular sanitary mask because I am. Okay, I get a nice little black sanitary mask from Costco and I am just fine. Okay, but again, y'all, talk to Kanye if you want your COVID-19 mask. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be affordable the way I like them, anyways. So yeah, and for real, unless he making some high quality, high grade like the KN95 mask for his people, I don't know if they're gonna be protected because fashionable masks ain't in right now. It's not getting COVID-19 is in right now. So that's that on Kanye. I want you guys to really pay attention to this trademark, not for any other reason, but to think about it long term. Okay. When you talk to me about trademarks, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to tell you about the marketability of your product. I'm also going to believe in your dream. But I will ask you questions that might make you think, will I have this in 10 years? Will I need this in 20 years? Will this still be important in 30 years and years to come? Household names are developed because they think about those questions now. And let's start thinking about that question when you consider, why is Kanye getting the COVID-19 mass trademarked? Because he can? I mean, because when we did a search just recently, we researched somebody else, y'all all probably know. We researched Disney and they have filed over 6,000 trademarks in their name. And only about 2,000 of them are still live. So sometimes people just file trademarks because they have the money. But is having the money enough, right? Don't you have to have a product that's viable? Don't you have to have a product that's real? And is it going to work in the long term? That's how you monetize your trademark, thinking about how that brand can be sold and licensed everywhere. Is he going to start making appearances in movies with the Kanye mask? What's happening with the mask? That's it on Kanye. Let's talk about another one. Now, y'all know it's very dear to my heart. I miss him dearly. He actually passed away with his daughter. Y'all know the famed, wonderful basketball superstar Kobe Bryant. Well, along with his brand, there's been some shifts and changes. One, the Nike deal is no longer in play. Not because Nike's a bad person, no, but there were some issues and the deal is no longer continued. But it's very interesting because now K24 is in play. Now, if y'all paid special attention to the shoes, right, they used to be in play by Nike, what was on the back? All right, I'll let y'all figure that out. But K24 is now in play. And when they did register the trademark, or at least apply for it, they actually did not put shoes in there. I wonder where they're going to put shoes. Now, TMZ speculates that it's going to be probably with Mamba and Mambacita. They might be doing something there. But again, we're having a KB24. Now, a lot of y'all might ask, like, is Kobe, Bryant? The one thing that most people don't know about trademark filings is that when you have one trademark, the big idea behind a trademark is for you to make more. It's not for you to just stick with the one that you have and not build upon the brand. There are going to be variations of your brand. It's going to be a variation of your logo. And you want those variations protected because those might go out of style this year, next year, whatever, but they're still your brand. So even if you no longer sell those, people are still selling vintage of those. People are still trying to make their own version of that. So you need to have ownership over certain things. So there is a KP24 trademark in the works. There's also about six, I think I counted with the word Mamba in it being filed. And just remember, y'all, if you are not living, you don't have rights. So while Kobe was still living, Vanessa probably did not have the right to do that without his consent. There had to be a consent agreement, and he actually had to say, yes, I'm okay with that happening for Kobe Inc. Okay, that's what happens when you are a living person. When you're no longer here, the only people who have superior rights, guys, are dead presidents' widows. I kid you not. If you are a dead president and your widow is still alive, not that many guys, but if they are still alive, they have some superior rights. So I do think there is some good clarity or good reason why KB24 should be put out there. It actually is making its way onto networks. There was a spotlight, right, for Kobe on ESPN and other networks where he was actually able to be the guest speaker and talk about and give his insights. So I do think there's a market for KB24 to start inserting itself into most networks, if not a lot of networks. A lot of people like Vanessa, okay? They want to hear what she has to say. They still follow Kobe and his family, and they're also still great sports powerhouses, and they're working as a unit, right? A unit to protect their brand and to protect their late father, right? I know that a lot of y'all don't know this, but if she doesn't do it, somebody else will. And not only will they do it, they will do it because they're going to make money off of it. And the reason why a lot of people, even with people who are victims of crimes, y'all, their families have to go back and register their name as a trademark to prevent other people from making a profit off of that namesake. So just remember, sometimes it might seem insensitive to monetize every single thing, but when we're talking about trademarks, we are also talking about preventing other people from being able to use that in a way in which is not in accordance with your brand and your brand ownership. And I think that KB24 could easily, right? Somebody could get it in their head that they KB24 and do a whole separate brand that never attributes anything to Kobe, right? And we all know, but maybe our kids might not know, maybe somebody won't know, right? The awesome inclusions that he's had. So it's good to memorialize certain terms and certain phrases and even numbers and initials. I'm kidding y'all not. These things are the breaking point for a lot of people when they file an application and the same terms come up. And I want to point out that Vanessa was super smart by doing it using the word mark. A lot of y'all have probably filed something called a logo or a design mark, right? That means that you're protecting the actual image. The words in the image aren't necessarily as protected. So when you file for a logo versus a word mark, the word mark actually comes up in all the searches. In a design mark, sometimes they won't come up. Now, a trademark examiner will, or trademark attorney and examiner will look at both, but it's important to remember word marks are usually superior in claim because you're protecting the actual words. Whereas in a logo, you're protecting the design, how it looks, what it looks like. And as long as nobody does it exactly like that or similar to that, you're okay. So, keeping that in mind, you need to move your conversation pieces into things like this. What does it look like long term? Both of these people, we put them side by side, right? You heard about one the first week and the other the second week. And the ones that you heard about, one of them I can really see go all the way, right? I can see a KB24 channel, network, entertainment series. I can see that, right? But what are we doing with Yay and COVID-19 masks? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Maybe you know. If you have an idea about how KB24 can become a household name, put it in the comments, right? But more than that, I want you to start asking yourself, what does your business have that's going to be relevant in 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 30 years, 50 years? You want to know why Google has stayed relevant? Because Google made it its primary function for you to have to use them in order for you to ascertain information. That is why Google is staying relevant, because they are literally providing a solution and they are successful at providing that solution. They bring in people who pull data and put it into the search engine to make sure the algorithm is so well informed that it informs people that they need information fast. They just search it on Google. You have to figure out about your business what it is that's going to last for years and years to come. Because I don't know if COVID-19 masks are going to stay on forever, but I do know that nobody is going to forget the legend that is KB24, even if we tried, right? It was a horrendous accident, one. And two, him and his daughter left us way too soon, right? And so that's an important part of the story. Is that a lot of times we don't even think about how trademarks interact, but everything that you're doing right now is setting you up to have a lifelong protection with a trademark. And a trademark is only as valuable as the way you use it. So if you have a trademark and you're not using it, and you're not creating your red table talks and your, therapy for Black girls channels and networks, and getting yourself on TV and featured, and finding ways to create and broker deals that you can license out the use of your actual registration, then you might be doing yourself a disservice by just owning it. Take it a step further. Think about a franchise. Think about ways to get it in more areas, more retailers, more networks, more options, right? We got to get it out to the world, to the masses, and how are we going to do that? So think about those two. Weigh them, okay? And then tell me which episode you liked more, right? If you liked Kobe and K24 more, or Yay and the COVID-19 mask, just tell us in the comments. Either day, either this week or next week, right? Whichever week you watching, okay? Tell us which one you like more. Thanks, guys.